favorite book?
My favorite book, the Bible. #1 seller, everybody. Totally recommend.
Ask me what's my favorite.
What's your favorite, kid?
I set it up, you see. I set it up.
I see you're like laying it up.
Okay, so my favorite book is the Bible. But then my second favorite book is The Sideways Stories from Wayside School by Louis Sachar.
The what?
I've never figured out how to say his name. Louis Sachar. Sachar.
Maybe you can leave that in
Sachar.
the comments below.
Also, I love this book because this is the very, very first book that I've read when I came to US. My tutor, she picked it out for me and I thought it was amazing.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's so weird.
Do go on. I'm interested in where this is going.
I have a friend who also really loves this book, and so we decided to have reading time together and relive the memories.
Oh, that's so cute.
So the very first chapter is actually about a teacher. So the whole background of this book is that it's called Sideways Stories from Wayside School because they accidentally built the building sideways. So instead of having 30 classrooms in one floor, there's 30 classes all having a floor of its own.
That's confusing.
Yeah, it's very strange. And so the book starts with the 30th floor. And the teacher there, she has a strange power. She has the power to turn children into apples.
Oh, that's weird. Why would anyone do that?
Well, she didn't like children, so that was the issue.
Oh.
So, yeah, if a child, if one of the kids got out of the line or broke a rule or caused trouble or said something out of the line or said something she didn't like, then she would wiggle her ear, one of her ears, and then her other ear. Yeah, I forgot which one starts first. I think it's the right. And then she would wiggle her tongue. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Thank you for demonstrating.
I'm never gonna do that again.
Anyways, and then the child would turn into an apple. And it's actually quite scary because one of the kids starts to run away and then becomes an apple in the hallway. I thought it was funny because the next day I was reading the Leviticus. What do you think of the book of Leviticus, Toto?
Well, when I think of Leviticus, I think of rules, and I didn't understand why there had to be a whole book out of the 66 books devoted to rules.
And then some people think the whole Bible is about rules. Leviticus particularly has a lot of rules. But as I was reading it, I was like, man, if God would turn people into apples whenever they broke a rule, it wouldn't take very long for the world to turn into world full of apples.
Yep.
And that's what happened in the classroom. It didn't take 2 days before all the children were turned into apples. So,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, so the whole world full of apples, yeah, I think it would happen pretty quickly. But I was thinking, actually, it's pretty amazing that that's not what happens. Like, in reality, like, God doesn't turn us into apples when we break rules or when we, yeah. And in fact, actually, because we broke all the rules and because He's a holy God, to mend that relationship, instead of punishing us and turning us into apples, He actually gave His one and only Son to die for our sins. And that's so crazy.
That's crazy! That's wild.
I mean, what do you think are some common views of God?
I used to think of God as a cosmic vending machine or like as this hard God to please, like all these rules, really hard to please.
Yeah, I think I can resonate with that. I feel like sometimes that was my view of God too. But then when we actually dig into the Bible, we find a very surprising picture of God who's merciful and kind and sacrificial and forgiving. So, well, that's all I had for today.
Wow, hey, thanks for sharing that. I didn't know a book about apples had so much to share on the personality of God. I think that's it from us. See you next time. Bye!